Hi. So this question is asking you to do the following calculations as if they were experimental results, and then express each answer with the correct units and the correct number of significant figures. So let's look at this first one here. We have 5.6792 meters plus 0.6 meters plus 4.33 meters. So now let's just look at how many significant digits we need. So for addition and subtraction, um, the number of sig figs, or the number of sig figs in the end of your answer is based on the number of decimal points. So you're going to round it to the least number of decimals after the answer that each of the addends might have. So to make that a little more clear, let's just do this example. Here we have what? 4 numbers after the decimal point, right? And then here 1 number after the decimal point, and then here 2 numbers after the decimal point, right? So you're going to want to take the one with the least. So we're going to round it to what? The 10th place, to 1 number after the decimal point. Okay. So 5.6792, let's just put in our calculator, plus 0.6 plus 4.33. You should get 10.6092, but you're going to round it to the 10th place because that is the least one that we have right here, right? So it'll be 10.6. And the units are still going to be meters, because whenever you do operations in addition or subtraction, you're going to have to, you don't have to change the units. Nothing happens to the units. But whereas in multiplication, you multiply the units together, and then in division, you divide them. If they're the same, you cancel them out. Okay? Let's look at the second question here. We have 3.70 grams minus 2.9133 grams. Now the rule for significant figures is still the same. So we just count the number of decimal points, 2 and then 4, right? And then we choose the one with less. So we're going to round it to the 100th place this time, to 2 numbers after the decimal point. And if you just perform the calculation, you should get 0.7867, right? We're going to round to the 100th place, so it ends up as 0.79 grams. Okay, easy peasy. Now for this third question here, it's multiplication. And as I said, the rule is different. You want to just count the total number of significant figures, not just after the decimal point. So this has 3 sig figs, and this is 5. And you're going to choose the one with less. You're going to choose 3. So your answer, you're going to round it to 3 sig figs. So 4.51 times 3.6666, you should get 16.536366. But you're going to round it to the 10th place, because then you'll get 16 point whatever, right? 16.5, because then there'll be 3 sig figs. So your answer is 16.5. And what are the units? Remember, for multiplication division, you multiply the units together or you divide it, depending on whether it's multiplication or division. Whereas for addition and subtraction, you just keep the units the same. But so for here, since multiplication, we're going to multiply the units together, and it'll be 16.5 centimeters squared. Okay. Now let's look at this last one. Much more complicated. We have 3 times 10 to the 4th grams plus 6.827 grams all over 0.043 centimeters cubed minus 0.021 centimeters cubed. So let's just do the calculations real quick. For this first part, let's just do what's in the parentheses. I'm going to write them down below because I don't have quite enough space. We have 3 times 10 to the 4th, which is what? 30,000, right? So 30,000 plus 6.827. So 30,000 plus 6.827, which will just be 30,000, 6.827 grams. Now the units still stay the same, right? Because this is addition. And this is going to be all divided by 0.043 minus 0.021. Now these have the same number of decimal points, so we can just straight up subtract them. We don't have to worry about anything, or sig fig wise. 0.043 minus 0.021, you should get 0.022 centimeters cubed, and of course the units still stay the same. Now here we have what? We have as you can see, our least number of sig figs is on the second number here, 2 sig figs, right? And this one is just a lot of sig figs. We're not even going to count. So let's just do the calculation real quick. It'll be 30,006.827 grams divided by 0.022 centimeters cubed. And you should get like 13.6 times 10 to the fifth, but of course we're going to round that to 2 sig figs. So it's 1.4 times 10 to the sixth. And then for the units, you're going to divide them, right, by each other because it's division. So 1.4 times 10 to the sixth grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, so that's this question basically, and yeah, I hope this helped you understand sig figs and just calculation stuff in general. Yeah, thanks for listening.